Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of John Richmond. John Richmond is a designer brand from United Kingdom. They've been around for a very long time, I think since the early 80s. But in terms of perfumes, they ventured into perfumes around 20 years ago. They don't have that many perfumes in their lineup. I think altogether maybe around 10 for ladies, 10 for men. Almost each year or every 2 years they release one perfume, one fragrance, and I absolutely love this brand. Their motto is all about rock and roll, metal, Gothic and things like that. They are very quirky designer brand. Their main business is clothings. Their clothing are quite on the expensive side, but they are very attractive. They are very trendy, and they are very popular between especially the young generation. So I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances before, and for the price they are very impressive. This one in particular is called John Richmond Black Metal, and it's Eau de Parfum. Just because of the name John Black Metal, I had to get it, and because I was so curious. So this one in United Kingdom, you can this one retails for £75, but you can find it discounted here and there if you do your research, Google it, see if it comes up and how much it goes in your country. In United Kingdom, I paid around £35 for it. So let's see how it goes. But before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they could be a hidden gem. Sorry about the noise. When you do unboxing you can't do anything about it. Okay, so very nice textured box. The texture is like a leather texture to it. It's a matte textured black box with a silver writing. Attention to detail is very nice, but overall their boxes and bottles are quite on the minimalistic side, on the simple side. But that is the good thing, because the main thing for us is the juice inside. All right, so let's open it. And the bottle, come on. Whoa. All right, so let's close the box and look at this. Very good looking. As I said, look, it's got this spiky thing, which is, you know, it's like a metal or rock and roll stuff. Or if in that matter Gothic, and black. It's not a see-through, it's opaque, it's all over black with the cap is quite a nice weight to it. It's a plastic, but it says JR on top, and it says John Richmond Black Metal is Eau de Parfum or EDP 100ml, and here we go, the atomizer. Good atomizer. It's not a pressurized, not the top of the range, but it is good enough. Alright, so here we go, John Richmond Black Metal EDP, and let's see how this one stack up. Wow. This is gorgeous. So the first thing it hits me is the depth of this perfume. It's very deep, it's dense, deep, thick. Wow, hint of animalicness to it, not too much, just a hint of animalicness or hint of andolicness. I'm smelling a big patchouli in here. Yeah, it's quite a big patchouli, and the patchouli in here is on the chocolatey side. So it's chocolatey, is earthy, it's a little bit on the dark side, and also I'm smelling something like tonka bean. Yeah, definitely there's a tonka bean in here, and the tonka bean in here giving it that earthy, nutty, and it's about sweetness in here. Overall, the when it opened up, the sweetness is on the moderate side. Yeah, it is on the moderate side. It's not too sweet, it's not little, so it is on the moderate. I would say 6 to 7 in terms of sweetness, but it goes very well with everything else in here. I can smell some floral aspect in here. Is that a rose? It smells like rose, but it is very dark. It's a dark Gothic rose. It is almost red going towards the black color rose, and it's a little bit on the jammy side as well. Yeah, a little bit on the jammy side, not too much, but the rose in here is beautiful. It reminds me of rose they utilize in Tom Ford Noir de Noir, although the perfume is nothing to do with it. I mean, there's some similarity between this and Noir de Noir by Tom Ford, but it's not a one-to-one to it. Maybe a little bit of similarity, maybe about 50% similarity to that one, because that one was rose patchouli as well. So this one is rose patchouli mainly. There are some citruses in the beginning. I'm smelling something like bergamot lemon to give it a little bit of lift, a little bit of opening, but not too much, just a hint of it. And also I'm smelling something very dense and green in here. Could it be vetiver as well? I'm not sure. It is very dense and green, but the greenness in here is not a fresh green. It's a dark and like a leafy, very camphorous feel to it overall. All right, let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown, and we take it from there. So this is the note breakdown according to Fragrantica. On top we have elemi resin, bergamot and lemon. In the mid we have black rose. Wow. Devana and Mahonial. I don't know what Mahonial is. In the base we have leather, patchouli, tonka bean and amber. Yes, everything in here I get apart from that Mahonial. I don't know what that is, but it is quite resinous, it is dark, it is leathery. The leather in here is quite on the rugged side. Yeah, a little bit on the rugged side, not too much. It's not a huge ruggedness to it, but it is a little bit rugged, a little bit on the black side of the leather. It's like a worn leather seat smell to it, or worn leather jacket smell to it. It's quite realistic, so you need to like your realistic perfumes to enjoy this. So this is quite on the realistic, artistic side of perfumery. Very well done, very well blended. The only problem with this perfume is not everybody's taste. It's got a little hint of animalicness in the base, which is probably mainly coming from the leather accord in here. The elemi resin giving it a very, very resinous feel, so it is very resinous, a little bit on the incensey side of things. The bergamot and lemon, as I said, opened up a little bit of bergamot and lemon, but it's not a huge player. It gets lost very quickly. The black rose in here is very correct. This is very correct description of the rose. The rose, as I said, it is so dark red that it going towards the black. So the black rose in here is quite appropriate, and it's a little bit on the jammy side, a little bit on the sweet side, but it is very dark and very dense and thick. Davana giving it a little bit of that freshness of the floral to it, but not too much. So the Davana here is mainly supporting the rose to make the rose on top and shine more like than Davana itself. The leather is quite prominent, black leather with a rugged and hint of animalicness to it. The patchouli here giving it that earthy, green, leafy, this bit of chocolatey feel as well to it. So the patchouli is here is a variety of patchouli that are giving it earthy, chocolatey, and also quite on the classical side of things, patchouli, but it is very dense and thick and very, very noticeable. Tonka bean in here giving it that sweetness plus the little bit of nutty and earthy feel, which is beautiful in here. And the amber in here is a resinous, dark, dense, thick, gooey, sweet amber. So you need to like it. This is not a transparent, effervescent, see-through amber. No, it is very dark and sticky. So you need to like this kind of amber. Overall, what a perfume, what a beauty. I absolutely love it. Yeah, gorgeous. But again, it's not for everybody. It's not for the faint-hearted. This is a on the artistic, little bit on the unusual, little bit on the ooh, smoky. Yeah, I'm smelling it. Some smokiness is coming up. It's getting a little bit more smokier. So the smokiness in here smells like an ashy, smoky cigarette as well. So you need to like this kind of fragrances. Does it have a little bit of booziness as well? Yeah, hint of booziness, hint of wow. What is that? Licorice. So it's got a hint of licorice, hint of booziness as well, which is making it super interesting, at least for me, for my age, for my taste, for my experience. All right, so let me just give you a quick brief summary of what it smells like. Very aromatic right now. Is that a lavender in here? Yeah, it could be a hint of lavender in here because it's very aromatic in the same time, but it is very dense and dark and thick. The leather in here is very noticeable, and the leather in here is a dark, rugged hint of animalicness, realistic leather to it. It's like a worn black leather jacket. Rose in here is very dark rose, so it is a dark, very dense, very thick, quite a little bit of jamminess, but quite on the dark side. It's like from red to black is going towards the black. Hint of balsamicness overall to it, and hints of camphousness as well, hints of licoriceness, hint of booziness to it. So it's very complex. Wow, for the price I paid, this is a superb perfume. Very complex, very different facet to it, very interesting, very captivating, very one of those mysterious perfume feel to it. The amber, as I said, deep, dark, dense, resinous, thick amber. So it's a very dark amber in here. Patchouli is very earthy, it's chocolatey variety of patchouli, and it's very noticeable. And patchouli in here, giving it probably a little bit of animalicness as well. And the citruses in the beginning, there were a little bit of citruses, but they got lost very quickly. The florals in here are very noticeable, but because there are so many heavy hitters, the florals are mainly in the background rather than in the full front. So if you're a man and you're worried about florals, don't worry about it. This is not a floral fragrance per se. There are floral elements in here which are giving it a nice balancing act, but they are in the background right now. A little bit of animalicness, a little bit of andolicness to it as well, which is coming from the patchouli leather combination in here, and warm spiciness. To my nose, it's more like a licorice rather than spicy, but a hint of cinnamon in here and nutmeg as well, to give it even more facet and more interesting and more dark and dense feel to it. What a perfume, beautiful. If this perfume performs well, wow, we got a super perfume, on our hand in here, super unknown and very hidden gem on our hand. Beautiful perfume, but again, not everybody's taste. In terms of gender, I would say this is bang in the middle, unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, although it leans a hint of masculinity in here because of those heavy hitters, but overall it doesn't feel like feminine or masculine at all. So it's bang in the middle, anybody can wear it, ladies and men. In terms of season, this is better suited for cooler weather, but it's got some freshness to it that you can use it maybe not in summer, in the autumn and in the spring, but in summer I think it could be a little bit cloying, although at the moment we are in the middle of summer and I'm just having it and it's beautiful. In terms of occasion, this is very opulent. It's very good for going out, for special occasion, evening, formal occasion, going out, clubbing, close encounter, dating, things like that. It's very attractive and very mysterious feel to it. And in terms of age, I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side, although the DNA in here is a little bit on the challenging side, but not too much to making it very, very challenging. Okay, a hint of challengingness in here maybe for some people. For me, this is an absolute gorgeousness. Beautiful perfume, beautiful perfumery, very nice, very rounded, very smooth. Although it's not super smooth, but it is for this kind of fragrances, it's quite smooth, and it is very well done. The perfumery, the ingredients are very, very good, especially for the price. Even for £75, this is a very, very nice perfume. If you like them artistic, if you like them unusual, if you like them rock and roll or gothic or metal, as it says, black metal, that description is very appropriate. It's like somebody who is going to a black metal or a very heavy metal concert, and they wear those appropriate clothings, which are either on the gothic or on the this kind of clothing. I can't remember what it calls. It's called metal, or not punk. Yeah, like a punk clothing, or Mohican clothing and things like that. Very, very nicely done. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. I'm the only one that is reviewed this, nobody else, nowhere. And if you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line perfumes. I'll leave them in the link, but you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to purchase them and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return. And I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which makes them super artistic, super unique, very huge in terms of personality, and in terms of longevity they are ridiculously huge and very, very long lasting. And as always, I leave them in the link. As always, thank you for your watching, thank you for your support, and I see you later. See you later guys. Bye bye bye.